for this team. We saw him have an absolutely stellar game one, but listening to players like Quid and Jose Deodo kind of coming onto the team and talking about how much core means has been really great to listen to.
Let's start off watching this LCS game while I wait for someone to get the door.
I'm not panicking.
Do a little bit of spectating.
I charge my mouth like once a week.
I didn't even know this game was happening, but
this one was
we're tapping in. This is T-Law versus DSG. I don't know what either of those stand for.
My mouth is 20%. My mouth is 20%. No, wait. I'll explain it. The champion select went
looks
up,
like he
and
has
then
arrived.
second
Let me go get my door. I'll be right back.
You're nervous, man. No, I wasn't.
I love it, man. Jose Deodo not charging the mouths up enough. We'll see how much charge he's got on this one because, hey, his team at least has total control over the bottom lane. Kalista Renata, if you're a jungler and you see that as your bot lane, you should know that you will have control over bottom side grabs.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a little bit of a different look this time coming out of TL bot lane. We've talked about how they want to play through having powerful 2v2s. We've talked already about how strong Yon was last year and having a little bit comparatively of a down split to start this split one. But again, going to be able to get that bot side crab back, and we see him headed up towards his camps again on the top side.
Yeah, I mean, Sajed obviously had to take a pretty early base here, does get back, gets the call, but at least now he's back to full health, he has a potion, he is in base, and we'll see if they can kind of stabilize and keep this lane in this current state for a while, because Jan hasn't been able to get back to base to spend any gold. So right now, things are about as good as they're going to get for a while for that bot lane 2v2 on the side of DSG.
Both of our junglers are back on the top side of the map now. We did kind of just have the handshake for the crabs. Obviously, if you're in Kryra's position, you know that you're not going to be able to contest against the Kalista Renata that are hard slamming the lane for that crab, so you just walk up to the top side. Checking in on Morgan versus Castle. Again, the Rumble with a 10% win rate so far in this early play in LCS 2026. Morgan looking to double Rumble's wins after this one.
Yeah, we'll see if he can do it. Initially, the early push in that lane was going over to the Galio as expected, but he should be able to at least push this wave in on the top side. And we did see
flash for flash here in mid lane as Quid wants to go for the charm. Try to catch Call Me off guard, but Call Me has the fast reaction and stays safe.
Yeah, and that was set up by the earlier charm he landed, being able to get so much health off of Call Me earlier on. I really like him being able to go for that. And now we'll see if either jungler wants to take advantage of the fact that we have two flashless mid laners now in this lane, in this game.
I mean, especially I think, when you get level 6 for Vi, that is kind of that easy combo that you're going to be able to look towards. That being said, Aurora is pretty tough to knock down. You have the invisibility, you have your ult where you can kind of bounce back and forth, and sometimes put, Vi, who is ulting into a pretty bad spot. But I would expect Quid and Jose to want to group up as soon as Jose is 6. And we'll see if there's going to be a fight over this bottom side scuttle as Jose goes back to base. But assuming he gets right out and grabs that, he's going to be the one that's first to 6.
Yep, remember that the bottom side scuttle fight, the third scuttle crab was our first big scrap in game number 1. It was damage to both sides. We didn't end up seeing a Drake take right after it or anything similar, as Jose Deodo and Kryra both going to show up close to the mid lane here. Both mid laners have their ultimates available. Kryra with the wind becomes lightning, jumps in after Jose, but a lot of damage coming out from Quid. Kryra in danger. Remember, there is no ultimate here for Xin Zhao to use defensively to try to escape. He does, however, have a lot of honey fruits there.
Covering the screen the whole time I was gone.
Importantly, both mid laners using their ultis. Quid only has the single charge left, wants to get a little bit more damage onto Call Me, who has to hop away.
Is it still 0-0?
Wants to land
That's
the
the first
handshake,
blood right here.
back. Weirding does keep him alive though, and that's first blood over to DSG.
6 minutes
Climber
in,
gets it done, but TL wants to get one back. Jose
whole team is mid
Deodo,
lane.
nice revenge kill, 1-for-1 trade.
Pretty good, though, honestly, for DSG. The fact that they not only get first blood,
This
but
is,
also their AD carry did not
LCS
move. So
game.
Sajed ran straight back towards bot lane. He's going to be able to
T-Law
get
versus
some
DSG.
farm here to try to even things out a little bit, which he desperately needs to do.
Who's the mid laner?
Jan is
The
already
Aurora
20 plus CS ahead. Call Me unlikely to go down as Jan takes
playing
a couple
against
power
this
shots.
Ari.
Double turret shot there, really doing some serious damage to Jan's health bar. But yeah, Sajed needed that time to try to catch up. The massive gap in CS is going to start causing some
I got
serious
someone. I'm gonna have to
issues.
get my door in like
If
20
DSG
minutes, so
does
we're gonna
not find a way to
spectate this game.
Yeah,
We're gonna tap in.
But then we see Jose.
I'm gonna post this clip on my TikTok real quick.
There we go.
Came back up just in time.
I never watched the pro
He's gonna be
players,
able
so
to
this
get
could
that
be
drink,
interesting.
And he was able to get the crab prior to this fight, but things get started pretty
First
early
blood,
with them
6 minutes
trying to
in. Look how
jump
much they
onto
rotate
Kali.
as a team.
Core landing the handshake here, but then and the charm follow up, but Kryra
Oh,
being
they
able
kill
to
the
go
Ahri
in
right there.
and assassinate the Ahri in the back line, and then being able to clean up the
Damn.
kill onto the Xin Zhao.
And I mean, honestly, it could have been worse, but Lions missed the binding.
Do viewers get early access to the TikTok posts? You want a sneak preview?
It's
Is
one
that
of
what you're
these things where
saying?
Bard gets
Hold up. I'll pull up a little preview. Here, let me play this while I find
At the
it.
end of the day, they do still
One
have this
moment,
slight
please.
lead, and Jan is really most of that, as he is a couple hundred gold ahead.
And that gold lead is going to feel even better since they got the early first Drake, and it's an early Ocean Drake. Since we're still in the laning phase when that first Drake is claimed, it means you're just going to have all of the extra sustain, making those trades that much more annoying for DSG to try to contest. They are down about 20 farm in the 80 carry matchup specifically. They do have a lead for Call Me in mid
Okay,
lane.
here we go.
I'm curious how well
I'll
they'll be
find
able
it,
to
just
play
one
around
second.
that here with the Aurora. We know this champion can be very dangerous since she has to go in very close range to get her damage in the larger fights. We know that that close range is especially dangerous against Renata, as the top
Here we
laners
are.
scrap back and forth a little bit here, and it looks like both of our junglers will just be passing through mid.
Yeah, we're really going to have to see how TL execute on these dives, because when you have Ahri Vi, you have Cliff.
Alright, here we go, here we go. Boom. 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 This shit is pretty clean. Oh my god, cinema. That was fucking disgusting. Holy shit. Let's run it back one time. It's just too good. This is probably the best solo kill I've ever got. 2 levels behind, by the way. It's just so good. Every little piece of it. Oh my god. That was fucking disgusting. Holy shit. Oh yeah. That was a good one.
He's constantly looking for these aggressive moves on Call Me.
Always winnable is debatable. She had used her abilities. She put me in a situation that was winnable, and I took advantage of it. It's definitely not always winnable. But there's always the windows. You can always find a window. Sometimes. Okay, let me post this clip to my social medias real quick.
The entire lock-in tournament, and he is going to be key, even though he's on
Looks
a
like
tank,
Disguised
for the team in this
Toast.
team.
Is this Disguised Toast team? I'm assuming that's what DSG stands for.
Being able to come in and save
I don't know
a teammate
what
like we saw
T-Law
there, or
is.
being able to engage or re-engage a lot of these
Also,
fights.
how's the audio
And
levels?
I think, yeah, Castle has kind of been, I don't know if it's
Should I turn
unsung
the
anymore,
broadcast
'cause
up
we've
or
now
down?
talked about
He's a
it.
sung-
He's
Let me
a
know.
sung
about it,
hero. Yeah. And kind of the confidence, we talked about the confidence that this DSG lineup just has in each other, and being able to pull out that Nasus pick.
Download
It's
this
also going to be
video.
on the flip side, up to Morgan to see how he
Put
can
it on my
contribute,
Instagram.
especially in a lot of these early skirmishes and team fights that TL is really going to want to use to snowball with this composition.
I'm talking about early skirmishes and team fights. The next one might just happen about a minute from now. That will be when the next Drake spawns. Right now, Jose Odo hanging around the top lane. It would be risky to try to dive Castle. We'll see if they want to go for it anyway. Jose going to drop the control ward here in the brush. And it looks like they'll just start this one off. There's your Vi Wombo combo into the equalizer. No risk at all. Team Liquid are
What
totally
happened?
fine
I
with
missed
that one.
it.
They'll pick up the freebie here in top.
Yeah, easy to
They got a
execute on that
freebie.
dive. Jose just
They're
locks
in
him
top.
down in the equalizer. Castle was already too low, so there's nothing to outplay. You can't flash the vial. There's nothing you can really do in that situation. He just did not have the health to be able to actually survive through it. And as a result, now Morgan going to be, up quite a bit of experience because Castle moved mid, so he's actually 9 briefly while Morgan hits 11. Morgan's going to be able to deny more farm, and all of a sudden this couple hundred gold lead and a little bit of experience that didn't feel like it matters now matters a lot.
We got
And that's what
64
we're really
likes on the
looking to
post
see what TL
yesterday.
is going to do on the map, specifically
I think
with
this
Sentinel
one is going to be the
for
best
this
post yet. I
second
mean, this is by far the
because
best
if
clip that I have
Rumble is
uploaded.
there in that fight, he's going
So
to
we'll
be
see.
incredible.
We'll see how the numbers do.
Especially with that Leandri created that big first
But I got a good
power
feeling
spike
about
for
it.
Rumble that makes him such a
I might even
terrible
post this one on Reddit
Cryer
because this
going
one's
to go
pretty
ahead and
clean.
start up this second Drake. Call me
This
hanging
one's
around
pretty clean.
behind the pit, just keeping an eye out for
Let's go to
Team
my
Liquid.
TikTok.
Lions and Sajed also both going to rotate over here, but Core and Yon are not willing to just let them try and do that. Lions goes for the ulti, and he finds Yon. Now can the Team Liquid AD carry get himself away to safety? It seems he will. Also going to drag Core JJ back and guarantee that they both escape. So DSG try to get the pick there. They know they had the numbers, but they can't get the kills.
So they don't get the kills, and now they're losing farm mid lane because it's actually Quid just hitting the tower. So Quid is taking plates. He's denying the farm. Cryer pulled off the dragon.
Posted on
So the dragon
TikTok.
is nowhere close to dead now.
Yep, and
That's
Jose
not what I
Diogo has
wanted.
made his way into the bottom lane. Core JJ just trying to keep the pressure onto Sajed and Lions as Kryra is forced back. As soon as Jose shows up, Kryra knows, yeah, my bottom lane's not going to be able to rotate over to this faster. Quid still has that control over the mid lane here as well. So now TL will be the ones starting up the drain.
Yep, they're going to be able to muscle in, and again, that's where this bot lane prio and mid prio matters so much, and really nice from TL to be able to play around that after kind of that initial skirmish there. It also, if we had a big team
Boom.
fight, delayed the
Now we're
time
gonna
enough for
post it on
Morgan
the
Bolt to come back
Facebook.
up too, so he could have potentially been a threat in that as well.
It's a bit scary, I think, for DSG at this moment. Now, you've given up 2 dragons, you're down in gold, and plays like that are pretty costly. So it feels like this is going to be one of these games where it's going to come down to that 3rd dragon fight. And we have to see, can they do what TL did last game, where TL was basically in the inverse situation. 1,000 gold.
Then we gotta put it on YouTube and Reddit. I'm posting it everywhere.
And then the game kind of flipped.
This
That's
clip
kind of
is
the situation
fire.
we're in, but all of these champions on TL's side are really strong on one item. And I do think that's going to be one of the big difficulties here for TSG.
I think our next fight is looking like it might just be around this Rift Herald pit. That objective spawning here in less than a minute now. You can see the topside Scuttle Crab control does go over to
Wow, look how
TSG,
even they are,
but they're
15
finding
minutes
it
into the
difficult
game.
to move forward and set up anything else. The
Only
local
500
Western
gold
Coast is
apart.
So useful for sniffing around before these fights, seeing if they can find anybody out of position.
Do you think that's what they do? They're not looking around, they're sniffing?
Yeah, they're sniffing.
They're sniffing.
They're like little ghost puppies.
Are they blind?
Well, now I don't like to think of
Alright,
the kill.
there's Facebook.
Oh yeah, that does feel kind of bad now.
Yeah.
Well,
Now
no,
we go to
keep it after a while.
YouTube.
Statement,
They're
change the
already
lore.
ghosts.
Time to retcon.
They're already ghosts.
I don't
They're
care.
already ghosts.
No killing
I don't
dogs.
care. All right, they're not ghost puppies, but they do sniff around for enemies. So now we'll see if they can discover disguised here in their own jungle. All right, goodbye, little ghost. Adios.
Rip.
Kryra's going to take that one out of commission as Yon just continues farming up here in the mid lane. Does have his Blade of the Ruined King completed. Bandle Pipes is done on both supports here too. As Call Me trying to make sure that he stays safe here. Quid just playing so aggressive all game long so far. And now Jose Diogo wants to set it up. Go in here with the buy. Does hit the
1.3K views on my YouTube short. That's pretty good.
Call Me underneath the turret, getting hit
5
by that
likes.
powerful Aurora burst and giving away a free kill.
Yeah, easily handled there by Call Me. He was not overextended. He gets the ult off of Quid, which is nice, who had popped that. So they're not a major cooldown, but
I need to make my camera stop focus breathing.
And it means that
It
the
keeps
Ori will
like
not be able
shifting
to
back and
nearly as
forth. I'm not
effective
sure
if
why.
Team Liquid wants to try to fight for this Rift Herald, and so DSG is going to take their opportunity to start the objective up. You can see both top laners also posturing to get involved in this. Castle goes for the taunt, but he will not find Morgan as the Herald is down to about half health. Morgan looking for the opportunity to maybe equalize here, is overheated right now.
That should have
As
fixed
Kryra's
it.
gonna be the target, and Jose Diogo jumps in, wants to make the dive happen, flashes back over the wall to safety as Sajed is already down.
Now it's just
Team Liquid
blurry.
looking for a little bit more. Yon is very low. Will the bailout be able to save him? No. Lions takes the kill on that one, but Team Liquid still firing. Castle's next to die, but Morgan gets smited down. It's a bloodbath here with the topside river as Lions.
That shit's
rolls
just
to
blurry
Diogo.
now.
Kryra goes on a magical journey through the wall. TL wants to finish the last couple of kills. Call Me flashes for nothing. And Team
This
Liquid will
announcer's
take
going
the
crazy
fight.
with the energy
Team Liquid
though.
take the fight. I mean, Call Me was late to join, and I kind of expected Lions just use a defensive ulti onto Sajed to buy some time as they see everything
Post
is
this
getting
on
sent.
Reddit.
But
We're
instead,
almost
they
done.
look for the
We're
more
almost
aggressive option, try to catch
we're almost
some
done
numbers.
cooking.
No one blocked the charm, the follow-up that has to be stopped from the Ahri, and that is what sealed the fate of Sajed.
Yeah, and it's going to allow TL, more importantly, to pick up this Rift Herald that they kind of had
Aura not
first
here yet.
rotation on.
Or tipping.
I'm on Kai'Sa.
I can't hit here.
No
I'm in
ulti,
front.
man.
Yeah.
This is good, this is
Kai'Sa
good.
dead.
You can
I
throw
know.
me. Look, Shin, look, Shin. Shin
On
no
me.
flash, Shin no
Give me
flash,
W.
Shin no flash.
Lobby to one.
Galio no flash, Galio no flash, Galio no flash.
Kill one.
Bard on flash.
kill Galio.
We can win, I think. Keep playing, keep playing.
Xin Zhao no flash, Xin Zhao no flash, Xin Zhao no flash.
Get
Follow me.
further, get further. No flash.
Here, double attack. Good job. I think we win.
No flash.
Or no
It's
flash.
so hard to tell what's going on in the team fights in this.
Yeah, good buy, stay.
Like, cool. I guess that was cool.
Nice comms, honestly. TL, pretty clean calls there throughout the fight, tracking the summoners on the same page throughout of exactly what they wanted to do, and they just executed super well on it. It was a really snappy engage from Jose, even though Ari didn't have ult. So Jet gets one shot, so it doesn't really matter. Just so key with the Vi Ari combo. You cannot stop the Vi ult, so you must stop the follow-up. That is the part of the combo that you can break up. You cannot allow Charm to come through there. You know, someone's got to try to get in the way and body block that, or you have to use the really fast defensive Bard ult. Got to be able to shut that down, because now TL, with the Dragon in 30 seconds, are up 2.5K, and that lead is getting a lot bigger.
Yep, Lions has to be careful in the enemy jungle here. Tries to go on a magical journey to get away, but Morgan is still roasting him. Call Me coming in now to guarantee that his support stays alive, but they've got bigger problems. Kryra's now going to be focused up here in the river. Galio ulti to try to create enough space to keep him alive. Hostile takeover flies out as Team Liquid continues looking for more, and Quid's already found the kill onto Kryra. Morgan backs him up. It's a double kill for Quid as the Aurora falls. Castle's out too. It's 3-0 for TL, and the Dragon's going to be the immediate trophy.
And they mow down.
Looks like
Disguise
TL
before
is
being able to
taking the
now
lead.
get soul
They're up
points
5K gold
on
now.
The Drake stacking, which is absolutely huge for this composition. They're also going to be able to get this tier 1 bot, and Quid on this Ari is now a massive problem. I also really like how they're using Morgan's power in these fights as well. We wondered how much is this Rumble going to be able to contribute. Looking to double up that Rumble win rate as he just gets so much damage onto Lions, follows him through the magical journey because he knows that the rest of his team is collapsing.
Just look how split up they are. Two over here. You have Call Me ulting to get over the wall to even join the fight. Kryra's basically already dead. Lions ran out the bottom. Like, they're all on a completely different page. And then we have this this Bard ult going into the background where Castle's been hostile takeover. It's just like no one is doing the same thing, it feels like, in this fight for DSG.
Yeah, and it especially matters when Castle comes in initially, right? Because TL is already there surrounding him while the Ari is attacking on the front lines of the fight. So really, really nicely done from TL. And now they're on Soul Point, and they've kind of cracked open the game for themselves with a 5K gold lead.
Yeah, it kind of feels like we're already past the
Boom.
point of no return.
Time for me
and
to
it's
launch
not
the
even
game
20
now.
minutes on the clock. TL has total control over the map. They have total vision control over this Baron Pit area. Jose Dioto once again looking around, setting a trap. The TL Classic, support in jungle, move into the enemy jungle and start looking for pick opportunities. Castle knows it's too dangerous to go anywhere near here. Jose's Vi is very strong right now, 3-1-5. Nearly 100% kill participation as Yon and Call Me trade back and forth a little bit. Call Me, of course, is going to win those very snappy, very fast trades on the Aurora, but it's still not enough to buy DSG the ability to push
that clip
back
is
out.
fire.
It's still so scary
Clean
to
clip.
check into any of these brushes because if Team Liquid's waiting, they're going to win.
Yeah, and whenever this happens, you also see, for example, Rumble pushing on the bot side as we look potentially for another.
They've already got
trap
3
wave
dragons in
across
20
the
minutes.
board.
Yeah, this game's looking like they're
They know they need to
toast.
check, and so at least they see now.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch
you
the rest of
check
this
that
game.
out, make sure
Now that I
the
can
ball
actually
is
pay
on there.
attention, we're gonna
Of
see what
course,
happens
the
here.
scary thing is always when you get vision, they could just instantly start after the vision expires. And Yon has pushed up mid. Now he's going to go back over there. TL has just completely turned the lights out on DSG, and Call Me going to be pushing out bot, but he's down 2 levels right now to Morgan.
And one thing I've really liked thus
Yeah,
far
they can't
from
do anything.
TL, not only in this game, but in game 1, that I felt like they were struggling with up until this point is some of their side wave control. I feel like that's something that they were known for super, super well when you had APA and Impact, 2 players who are just so map-oriented and minded about those side lanes.
Call Me in some danger though. Yon looking to put the spears
Oh,
all
that
the
could
way
be a
through
huge
his
pick for
target.
them,
That would be
actually.
an easy kill for Team Liquid. They want even more. So Jet tries
Yeah,
to
they
escape,
might be able to
but
get Baron
Quid
off of
and
this.
Jose are right there waiting. Disguised has just completely fallen apart in game 2, and TL now have a free ticket to the Baron.
Yeah, I mean, that's really tough. You know, Call Me wanted to just try
Yeah,
to use the rocket
I
belt
think
to
they're
get safety,
cooked.
but then that went into the wall. Then he tried to use the ulti, but it wasn't really placed very well, so he couldn't actually quite get to it. And then there was a really nice time Callista ult, and Core flies in and knocks him up as he's trying to exit out with that ulti. And at the end of the day, dies without flashing, is taken down, so Jet is gone. TL's going to get a free Baron. Game
I
2
couldn't
is cooked.
imagine
Like,
playing
this
in
game
this
is
type of setting.
completely
It's
cooked.
just so
You're
different
basically- you're hoping
playing with
now for
5
massive
professionals.
series of mistakes. Like TL has to have their carries pretty much go down in one at a time for DSG to have a chance. It's just completely gotten out of control.
Yeah, they're
DSG's
fucked.
hoping and praying that Jose did not charge the mouse enough here in this game, and something happens to the Vi in the middle of a team fight, because any straight up 5v5 is just not winnable from here. Jan and Jose going to push towards the tier 2 turret here in the top lane. Disguise trying to defend what they can. Meanwhile, Quid is prepping the push over in mid for the multi.
I wouldn't even want to play this game out. I'd be forfeiting already.
JJ maintaining control over the enemy jungle.
Like, what are they gonna
Forced
do?
to ult defensively on the Xin Zhao, but still Jose and Quid are looking for more plays. Galio ulti also forced out of Disguise now as Castle tries to land a Justice Punch, see if there's anything they can get back, but Disguise just don't have the firepower.
And while that's all happening, you have Callista already attacking the top turret. Once again, they should be able to easily take this with the Baron buff. And this is what makes this TL team now so dangerous, is because they can split you up, play with Fog. They're in such a strong position. Up.
Okay, Lions hits the Bard ulti there onto Jan, but it's not really going to get him a whole lot. Castle's now taking a ton of damage. DSG's only play ends up being
Yeah, they just get punished every play they try to make.
Lions is going to drop double kill back over to the Ahri.
They're just gonna full end it right here.
Is left standing, and Team Liquid is just going to walk this one straight to the Nexus. 23 minutes on the clock.
It's even more one-sided than the last
They kind of
game.
just stomped the
Quid is
fuck
gonna
out of
win
this
one by
team.
Call me, but does it even matter? 15-4, they're just getting stomped.
They don't even have time to get the Dragon Soul. Call me. Yeah, he's trying to ping pong back and forth, but the ace comes through. TL pushing on to Nexus turrets. First one about to collapse.
They only had 4
No
deaths
one
on their
can
whole
respawn on
team.
Disguise in time to truly make a difference here. Morgan almost dies to the turret. Another ghost puppy is summoned up here at the very end. The
They all
Nexus
look
will
so
fall,
similar.
and Team Liquid looks dominant.
It was great to see this coming out.
Just
of
some
TL,
skinny gamers.
specifically with this composition, right? We
They all got
saw
the same
how
hairdo.
deadly the Vi Ahri combo can be.
The gamer
We talked
cut.
about the Rumble win rate, which Morgan has now doubled in the LCS.
Imagine walking away after that. It's like, yep, we just got fucked.
Spam chat.
Hope you guys
We
enjoyed
wanna
it.
know who your player of the game is. I want to know who Lounge's player of the game is.
Damn, look at the production value
I'm gonna
though.
say,
It's crazy.
It's the fact that Team Liquid has been scrimming together.
They got the monster sponsor on their arm.
And they're closer to their
I wouldn't
final
mind
four.
getting some free monster, but for playing League,
Is in fact
Time itself.
time. Interesting. Father Time.
I wonder how much they get paid for losing like that.
But a real answer is I said yawn.
That's
I
meta.
want to see what chat thinks.
They didn't even put up a fight. Like, they just got yoked
Yeah,
on.
chat, please get in there in chat and spam. So I have a couple of clips. The first one.
How much are
is
these
going
people
to
getting
be
paid?
basically
That's
a
all I
patch
want to know. Like, these
because I
people are
feel
just
like
living the
something
life
if we
right
can
now,
bring this
sitting
up
on
the
this
new patch,
nice little
you can
couch, talking about video
reliably
games for a living.
that
Must be
Phaelites
nice.
are more often warded than they are not. Let's
Okay.
pull up the screen
Yeah.
right now, and you can see.
Alright,
Because
I'm
we're not
launching
gonna talk
League
through the
now.
game, and they
It's
provide
time to
extra
get to the real exciting
You
gameplay.
almost always assume these are warded, and I have seen multiple junglers get punished by doing plays around where Phaelite things are without checking them, without sweeping them. This is not even a play by Jose. This is, this is the one where he passed through mid, and then you can see it from his vision. It was like, oh, I cleared the control ward on the side. But he's so close, you just often assume that that is warded, and it was control warded in this case. So if he had checked it, you can see that, and it's just, I feel like in the current game with
Okay,
Phaelite
let me get my
added,
door.
it is very lazy to
Be right
recall
back.
by a Phaelite plays without checking.
So Kobe, player of the game, we have another tie that's going to be broken by chat.
Oh my God.
It's between Jose Diodo and Quid. So you just showed us negative Jose.
That is one lazy moment. Let me show you a positive.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you a positive Jose moment. This is positive team fighting from Team Liquid. So let's take a look at Sajed here. He is obviously the target. This Kaisa is the target. So Jose's over here, and you're going to see him wait for Quid's positioning, as we show all here. Quid finally gets here, so then Jose immediately charges. He goes straight for Sajed. He gets the Q bump here on the Xin, bumps in even further away. They immediately, let's show it one more time. It was a flat,
pretty
it was
sick.
a charm flash follow from Quid. So
that's both of them.
whenever you're playing Ahri plus Vi, you need to assassinate this target. And so, nobody's going to be able to do it. Lion tries, I guess. He actually is autoing the Vi instead of like defensively ulting, and then he offensively ults. But Quid already Charm flashes into Q and they assassinate Sajed. Even then though, chat, they don't instantly win the team fight because there's a big response here and they're able to burst down front line. And so TL, they also lose Morgan and it has to be another reset. And look at Jose, he goes back in, able to get the bounce here onto Lions, and then the charm over the wall from Quid to also get Call Me, then earns TL the fight. So Jose and Quid, you know, did a lot there with with Vi Ari, and you have to be able to pull off some of that precision.
I feel like you're changing chat's mind.
While we're waiting for the chat vote, let's look at the post-game breakdown as well from this game.
I'm going
just to see how stompy it ended up being. It's interesting that it started off so close there, Kobe, because the goalie didn't actually start picking up until about this stage in the game, where it then exploded. But again, it's like the 15-minute Team Liquid. The 15-minute Team Liquid.
You
can't see what's going on after that. But after 15 minutes is when Team Liquid actually turned on. So I'm actually way more bought in by the way they're winning these games, because I know they're capable of blowing people out in the early game. They're actually not blowing out DSNs in the early game. It's the mid game where they're blowing them out.
Yeah, I love I feel like, consistency here now. Because the biggest concern, as you can see from the votes, it's
Jose
just
Diodo.
Jose Diodo.
Jose Diodo wins
It's
player
just
of the
Jose
game.
Diodo winning
I
the
like a
player of
lot of
the
these
game.
Quid votes that as well with the Ari, you know, because it's two people working on it. But Jose did so many, especially like the last tournament.
Yeah, the challenge for me with Team Liquid is if they can maintain their lead. They're absolutely doing that. And I think even earlier on, I was wondering, like, okay, how tied are players to the quest line? Because, like, you don't want to basically move from the lane if you are still trying to complete your quest. That was not a concern here. You just saw Callista that was roaming towards mid lane, helping out the plate, staying in the lane, chipping plates. Like, I think so far Team Liquid looks so good, and a lot of that is that benefit that we're seeing in scrims really starting to show.
Yeah, okay, we'll see if they can get to 3-0. Scrimbucks are doing great. Just
Who
a reminder,
stole
during
them?
LCS lock-in, you can win a trip to League of Legends event. Save your MasterCard as your card on file and make a purchase from the Incline store for a chance to win. And Game 3 is coming up.
What the fuck is this shit?
After
I'm
this
getting
short break,
advertised
will there
too.
be a Game 4?
No.
I come back and there's a giant credit card on my screen. What the
I
fuck?
gave you your answer.
Alright, that's enough of that. I've been advertised to enough today. It's time to tap in and get into the real gameplay. What we all came here for. The real action. The Yasuo Bronze Lobby gameplay. Where are we at right now? Bronze 2? Ooh yeah, 22 LP. Match history? Probably not the best. We're 2-2. Just don't look at these games. We're fine. We're doing fine, to be honest. We've been doing pretty good. We're gonna get the music playing. We got the new clip posted. Boom. We got the vibes. We're gonna cook today. We're gonna get 3 dubs back to back today. 25-minute max games. We're just gonna be stomping on their necks all day today. That's the plan. And it's all gonna start off with crane number 86. It's gonna be purple. Is my camera blurry? I was fucking with it a second ago. I can't tell. Am I blurry? I feel like I'm kind of blurry. I don't know. Alright.
And the spear will find your back.
Crane number 86 coming right up. Purple Crane. Not to be confused with Purple Rain. Is that Jimi Hendrix or is that what's his name? Rick James. Am I tripping? What is Purple Rain? The dude's slipping my mind. I'm not saying the right name. Purple Rain. Hold up. Prince. Okay, thank you. I'm like, Rick James does not sound right. Better go pick up a loaf of pallets. Well, good luck with that. Pretty cold out there. Better take an extra jacket. Gotta try to get this pick 3. Oh, a load. I thought that was some lingo. I was just gonna go with it, you know? Pick up a loaf. Sounded right to me.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
His jungler might dodge. He's already crying in the chat. Oh yeah, let's see if it's blurry. Hit him with the full cam. Oh no, we're looking nice. Did it stop breathing? Shadow's back there munching away. I think we're good though. Yeah, we're looking good. We're dialed. Teemo support. Got the Yone matchup. Shadow! It's enough. Their team looks like cancer, to be honest. This is going to be a terrible game for me. What is that? Never gotten that notification before. My match will start soon. Can it start right now? This is weird. Is the game gonna launch? Am I cooked? This process should not take more than a few minutes. What do you mean? I've never seen this. Never seen this before. I guess we're all here. We're all just confused. I guess we just wait and see what happens. We just wait and hope for the best. Well, I wonder if it's gonna penalize me if I close the game. Oh. Removed from the party. It better not give me a dodge timer. So weird. What the fuck was that about? It's just odd. Oh well. Back to folding my crane. Back to doing what I know best. Folding a crane. Crane number 86. It's gonna be nice when I'm in the triple digits and I'll be like, yeah, I'm on crane 195 or something, 167. You know, I turned my notifications off on Instagram, but it's still telling me that I got motion. And quite honestly, it's just distracting. Turn that shit off for a reason.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
I feel like this crane got folded very quickly compared to some of the other ones. I usually am not able to finish it, but this one's all pretty much done. Bro, is it gonna do the same thing? Come on. Another error. What is going on with League today? What is happening? Maybe the game will actually work this time. I have hope. I believe. It's so weird. The game is cooked. What am I gonna do with my life? All I know is I just finished folding crane number 86. Check her out. I don't know how to focus it now. I turned my autofocus up. Oh. Come on now. Come on. Oh, there she is. Oh, yeah. Crane number 86. Now, if I could play the game, that would be great. That'd be fantastic. If I could just get into the game, please. I would like to play some Yasuo. Huh. I'm not trying to be penalized here. Last thing I want is some penalization. Just take me back to the lobby at least. Like, come on now. Oh, alright. Do I just try to run it back again? Would that be crazy? Let's Google it. Is League down? No recent issues or events to report. Yep. The game's fucked right now. Perfect time for me to go into the practice range. Practice the combos. What is this? Darius, Yone. It's like the worst Yasuo skin. I've got no desire for that. We're gonna go to the practice range for a minute. See if the game will start to work. Training, practice. Boom. We'll practice some combos. Why not? Do I not have game audio? I don't think I can hear my game. I can't even get into the practice tool? That's crazy. Well, I guess we'll just go back to spectating.
Where can you double up on the funniest comedies? On Disney Plus and Hulu. And
Since I can't play the game.
Discoveries of modern times. It's too much in a good way. Comedies where we say whatever we want out loud to each other, no matter how critical. So great you'll feel like,
Hold up.
aha! That's what I talk about.
You ready?
There we go.
Ready for comedy? I couldn't have said it better myself. Disney Plus Hulu, with the greatest comedies in the world.
Hopefully the audio levels are okay. If it's too loud or too quiet, let me know. Looks like this game just started. We'll watch this game. I can't get into a league game. I've been trying to queue in and it's just bugging. So let's see, league down. They turn the game off so they can get more viewership on Twitch, bro, I swear. It makes so much sense if you think about it. Lost trust in the space. I've lost trust in the current state of League. NA servers face repeated outages, declining competitive integrity, and weak enforcement, while non-NA regions receive stronger infrastructure, branding, and support. This reflects a long pattern of neglect that undermines the authenticity and legitimacy Riot once promised. That's a crazy reach, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's racism, but that's getting copy-pasted in the chat. Fix your game, Riot. NA players are getting worse servers, weaker enforcement, and less investment. That's neglect. They're talking like they're traumatized in the chat because the servers are down for 10 minutes. Exploits our engagement. I think we're getting exploited right now. So they can sell us Kia Souls and Uber Eats. They're exploiting our attention to sell us food and vehicles and expensive gaming chairs. And they're just stomping on DSG. They're morally boomed right now. DSG doesn't stand a chance. They're gonna get stomped again. And this is all I have to do. I can't even play the game. I gotta watch this. I gotta watch this bullying. I don't know shit about Pro League, but it just seems like DSG is getting outclassed.
I kind of almost want to like see how it went so bad. Like, what was the trade that went that horrible? Was it just, you know, them going a little bit too far and getting slowed down and chased down, or kind of what happened? Because usually for those types of HP advantages to happen, it's like someone overextends.
Maybe even though Atrox come, you can one shot it. Barrier, okay? No heal. What do you think? Yeah. I'll go. I can start tanking. I drop. I drop. Back up. Back up. Yeah. What's up?
I mean, that was easy, but Morgan. Yeah, I mean, that dive just looked so easy, right? You know, to me, it's like the interesting part of that is kind of how they got that low. And I was watching some of the other lanes more for the trading there when we were in the tri-lane cam. But, you know, Jan not even having to use Ghost to trade down and get a big trade or anything like that.
Man, I'm pretty sad that I can't just play the game right now. I would much rather be playing Yasuo than watching this. Being completely honest. This guy said his game died mid-game. I'm just watching the chat, waiting to see when the game is fixed.
Make this pursuit go all the way underneath the turret. So much damage onto both of them. Disguised bottom laners both have to flash away and barely survive.
Yeah, they just crashed the game, so everyone will come to the Twitch chat.
Fast shove the wave and crash it, so you're gonna be able to deny some of these minions here also.
Who will win this match?
That is just ghost traded for 2 flashes.
Can I predict?
And then when you have no flashes,
is it too late to predict? 67% favor on T-Law. You can't see it behind my camera. They got a 67% favorite in the chat right now.
I'm not gonna lie, Dire already for DSG. Their bot lane is basically out of the game.
Plus, Jose Dioto's on Pantheon with a point-and-click stun. No flashes to get out of the range before he can make that happen. Guarantees that if he wants to show up again, they're going to have the tools to make a play and continue trying to just steamroll this game through bottom lane.
Yeah, and it's really nice to see, again, how well this TL bot lane is performing. We talk about the power of them and how good they've been in the past and how good they've been in scrims. Everyone says they've just absolutely been crushing it. Here, I was wondering if Jose was going to go for something here. With Kami pushed up.
It's easy spotted on the ward to realize, you know what, just going to back it up. Not really much anything there.
Yeah, Quid also not quite level 6 here on the Azir. Usually you'll see them go in and try to immediately ult the Orianna as soon as they get the chance. Lions and Sajed back down in the bottom lane yet again, and it's just another stacked up wave that Jan will be able to farm all of, will not miss any of that CS. As Calmy's now in some danger, flash stun coming out from Jose Dioto, needs a little bit more damage to secure the kill. Comet Spear, nope, didn't end up actually throwing it.
Honestly, at the end of the day, pretty nice. He just used the Aegis Assault for the little burst of move speed, gets in close, flash, stun, and it is just a trade of flashes at the end of the day. But now Quid has flash, so you could look for a repeat gank, especially when Jose gets 6, where it's easy to set that up for the Azir, sweep him back in with your flash, have the Pantheon all come in.
Yeah, the thing is about hitting level 6 for Jose, though, because he has been spam ganking so much, he is behind Kryra in terms of the pacing, in terms of the EXP. Kryra going to take the opportunity, go for this first Drake. Unfortunately, it is a Chem Drake. Usually not going to be the strongest early on or ever. But you get it out of the way, you grab an objective, which is honestly a relief considering how bad bottom lane has been going so far. To be able to take the first Drake is, you're wiping the sweat off your forehead a little bit.
Yeah, it's actually huge because you don't give
everyone in the
that
chat's
early
just
Drake
complaining
to TL, especially when this bot lane has had so much pressure on this bot side.
Who else is streaming League?
Another wave towards that turret. Was it you, Flowers, who said that Chem Drake is so stinky that's why no one wants to take it?
That sounds like something I would say. That sounds like some logic behind it, as Team Liquid pushing up to the
This guy's Toast is watching. The next, oh, there we go. High to low.
Out their flashes, or JJ putting the deep ward here next to the enemy Gromp as the big wave crashes.
So all the Spanish servers are still up. They're all playing.
Going to get dove on this one, so Sajed should be able to pick up most of this farm, but the pressure just remains so constant. It's still 55 to 35 in the bottom lane CS.
Yeah, and don't allow bot lane being cooked to distract you from the fact that top lane is also looking kind of cooked. he was down 20.
Top lane's down 12.
He's going to be pushing back to Morgan, but Castle had the ability to counterpick, had his flash force there in the 1v1. And it's just looking rough. I mean, they can't even walk up to the tower, really. Jose's coming, and if Sajed tries to enter, he's going to die.
Yeah, looks like Kryra will at least make his way in here as well. Level 7 on the Aatrox, so he is pretty strong. Goes forward, looks for the Darkened Blade. Jose Dioto is going to be your target, but Lions dies first, and Jose just throws up the shield. Now the smite to Kryra as he tries to get his way. The World Ender is used, but no, Jan's got the chase. The Crescendum is so powerful in these situations. Once you have all those Chakrams stacked up, there's nothing the enemy can do about it. Team Liquid, can they even get Sajed here? Probably not, but man, it's just another point of pain here in the bot lane.
Yeah, Sajed is not having a good time as we see the ult coming out of Quid.
Ooh,
That
nice
Azir ult is so
as
strong.
Call Me tries to get away. One more hit
Oh,
will
they
take him
don't
down, but
finish
Call
him
Me
off.
survives for now. Has about 20 HP remaining. Is using the potion, trying to heal up. Wants to see if maybe he can get away on this one. Goes for the TP.
Ooh.
And Call Me calls it quits in the enemy jungle.
Wow.
Manages just barely to get home.
Call Me escapes, but still a massive win for TL, going immediately from that bot side play into Quid, pushing up. As we see, Core JJ has just been such a problem, and I was a little concerned for TL with the level lead that Kryra has, but Lions immediately gets stunned up and dropped as he goes in. Kryra gets polymorphed, and all the chakrams coming out of Yon just kill off Kryra.
Yeah, and I mean, while you do have a level lead there for Kryra,
Right game still broke.
HP, has to use the heal before he even goes in. And
Wonder how long it's gonna take him to
level
fix
4,
it.
It's a level 6 on the Aphelios, so it's like there's just no damage behind that engage. I don't blame them for going for it because it was looking completely doomed. If you can't walk up to your tower at this point of the game, you just can't play the game. And unfortunately, that's the situation that they are in. Now down about 1K. The buy for Sajed is looking rough. And, it is going to be a really tough game to be able to kind of claw back. It's feeling very similar to game 2 to me.
DSG are trying to maintain a little bit of control.
Shit, at this point, I'm gonna have to download Overwatch, play a different game.
Tries to steal away some camps there, looking at the enemy chickens. Sajed, again, just forced back. The Lucian having to run away from Lulu because Lulu is just straight up strong.
We're gonna try one more time.
Good type.
No, he did hit level 6 now.
Hey, Quid.
We're gonna try one more
Away
time.
here from Kryra, and this is kind of what you were talking about earlier, right, Azale? With the Aatrox, he needs setup. It's hard for him to just walk into the lane and try to make something happen.
Yeah, and Jose might have been looking for a play on that bot side. Jose has just kind of been everywhere with this Pantheon. I really, really love how he's approached playing this out with his lanes, even with that kind of level lead sacrifice that he was making.
And I think it's just one of these situations where you have to recognize your role in the game, right? You have Aphelios, Azir, Lulu. Like, you have a lot of scaling, a lot of damage. Your job on the Pantheon is to enable them, to set them up for success. So if you have to drop farm to be able to put them in a better situation, that is worth doing. Jose is behind them once again, and Aatrox is not here, so...
Yeah, there's the wild growth. Lions is locked up. He's out of there. Jose Diodo on a killing spree, and Yon has the Infernum yet again to fast shove the waves. Sajed's trying to cull the wave down just to keep himself alive, but the culling can only take out the front line of the minions. Now Jose and Core can just walk on up. It's
They're getting stomped.
easy. Another kill over to Jose Diodo.
This is
That's crazy.
decimation coming out of
Their
TL
jungler's just
on this
destroying the bot
side of
lane.
map.
He's
Looks
got
like
so
Quid
much
might be looking
pressure.
For another potential ult there. Doesn't go for it.
Just
Takes a
gonna
lot of
scare him.
damage.
Palmy's like, don't worry, guys, I'm up 6 CS. How are your
Chilling,
lanes
team.
going?
Just that nightmare situation where you feel like your lane's going well, you press tab, you really wish you didn't press tab. Now we've got the ulti coming in the mid lane from Jose Diodo. Flashes towards
Wow.
Palmy, goes for the stun. Needs a little bit more damage to secure the kill. Won't quite find it here just yet. Comet Spear collides, but he doesn't have the damage.
Nicely done there by Lions. Good roam, covers his mid laner, so doesn't have to use the flash. And Myra gonna get pushed back. I mean, Quid is low. They are kind of hanging around, but I just don't think that DSG have the ability to actually get access to him. So it will just be the pushed wave. And you can see Yon already has the Storm Razor, so the move speed gonna be ramping up quite a bit now too.
Yeah, both mid laners chunked, but importantly, Quid has his teleport available, and Call Me does not because he had to use it earlier to get away when he was behind enemy lines. So this should be some pretty easy setup around the Drake for TL if that's what they want to go for. DSG is trying to burn it down fast before that can happen, but Quid has already made his way back into the mid lane, and Kryra and the rest of DSG are going to have to seriously consider how badly they want this Drake. Kryra's still hanging around, but here goes Jose Diodo, immediately starting up the fight. He's taking a ton of damage. Shield keeps him alive a little bit longer as Lions goes in for the engage. Jose is low, but he is not dead here just yet.
Oh, that's a big shutdown.
Goes up to DSG and Lions. Quid is in the middle of everybody, but they still don't have the damage to get the kills. Yon goes forward, but it's a double kill for Lions. Yon is down to 50 HP, trying to heal up here on the Aphelios. Core JJ right next to him wants to try to keep his carry protected. Nice use of the wild growth to deny the crash down, but the kill still comes through. DSG. It was looking so bleak, but they found themselves a fight. Now Core is trapped in the enemy jungle. Lions looking to lock him up, but he misses.
Nice.
Shattering strike. Call Me takes
Okay,
the kill,
that was
and
clean.
DSG aren't done fighting just yet.
Great job there by DSG being able to find something off the back of this Pagoda moment. We can watch it one more time. as
Yeah,
it
they
felt
shut down the
like
Pantheon pretty
Core
quick
were
right
a
here.
little bit disjointed from where Jose was. Jose is very far up. All 4 members from DSG are hitting him the whole time, and Yon didn't feel comfortable to move up because Lions still had his ult. He gets flashed on there. Then you're thinking, all right, well, maybe Yon can take over now, but Quid on the side dies to Sajet as well as Lion. And, you know, then you're in this situation where you're in this kind of 2v3. I feel like they played it really well. The timing on the wild growth was great, and then Core moves in front to try to block the culling, but that just stacks you up with the shockwave.
Yeah, and that's absolutely huge for DSG, who are looking pretty out of this game going into it, taking advantage of a really split fight, right? Like, not only was Yon not able to
Now they're pretty even on gold. They're only down 900,
a bit separated from his
1,000.
team as well. And now we'll see what they're able to do.
And their mid lane's got a lead.
I mean, they do secure. Oh no, the Drake wasn't taken. Never mind.
Well,
I'm crazy.
Sajet is no longer a minion at the very least. Like he has an item.
He has Kraken Slayer.
He's been upgraded, so at least your AD carry is online. It's still a bad spot, but we'll see.
Yeah, Quid going in for the Emperor's Divide. Looks for Call Me here. Takes him down to about half HP. You can see Jose
they
Odo
get him
making
here?
his way forward, but Kryra has also arrived. DSG, they're gonna get another one.
Now the mid
Liquid
lane's got a
is
nice
playing
lead.
sloppy with their lead, and it's DSG punishing.
Nicely done by Call Me. He just kind of kited it out. He is actually at a really strong point now. He has the tier 3 boots.
Yeah, he's playing really well. That mid laner is doing good.
Fight. So he has now the biggest individual lead of the game. He's actually more ahead than Yon is over Sajet.
Now Core JJ getting caught here too. Plenty of CC.
Oh, wow.
And the culling has enough damage right behind it. Jose jumps into the back, wants to find the kill.
Yeah, they're bringing it back nicely right now. Take the lead with that. And they get Dragon.
Liquid has thrown the lead.
And now Sajet is up in gold after that, which is a lot of really weird mistakes coming out of TL, and DSG being able to punish, getting their carries, most importantly Sajet, back in the game.
As a fan of both, you know, Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, I really love some kung fu movies, and I appreciate TL reenacting the bad villains in those, walking in one at a time
to fight
the hero.
To get their butt kicked.
Exactly. Just, you know, Core go first. They'll see what's up. All right. You know, you took me down. Now it's going to be Jose's turn. What can Jose do against our hero? And
yeah, it was a pretty bad Panthol right there. A little late on that.
Some pretty big mistakes, honestly. You know, Quid dies for free mid. Then you have multiple deaths bot.
He can't find me. He can't find me.
Yeah,
right,
man.
He can't.
True.
Yeah, this was a 3,000 gold lead for Team Liquid earlier. It is now a 1,000 gold lead for Disguised. An absolutely massive throw, and it's just crazy.
Look at the CS difference spot, by the way, and you're up 83 gold. It's like, hey guys, I'm up 40 CS on my enemy bot laner at 15 minutes. Oh, you're ahead on gold? Well, no.
Wow. Okay, so DSG, we talked earlier back in like the first couple of games about how Team Liquid was getting more from their punishes, but in this third game, that is absolutely not the case. DSG has done a great job getting back into this game. They've got both of the early Drakes here so far. We'll see if they can continue finding more plays, as Core JJ and Yon could be in a little bit of danger here, but Lions isn't close enough to catch anybody. Yon has the ghost to give himself enough distance to stay safe here on the Aphelios. I think Sajet might just get to his second item first. Call Me gets caught though. Jose Diodo and Quid look to kill off the Orianna, but they can't quite get there. Lions comes in with the heal, keeps Call Me protected. Yon off to the side, but now a massive engage coming out from Lions. That was beautiful from Disguise. Jose Diodo now in danger as well as they try to chase after him. Make this a 3-kill affair. Triple kill over to Kryra's Aatrox.
And now this Aatrox is going to be a massive problem as we see him going after Yon a little bit. Morgan is able to clean up this tier 1 turret on the top side, but these fights are all now DSG, and a lot of it is the little Lions redemption arc on this Rel, the pick that they saved as the final pick to round out this composition. Jose and Quid think they're going to be able to get on to Call Me. He is the strongest point on this, but then here we go, Lions in immediately. Great Rel engage.
You know what I don't get is I was like, okay, there's a ward. They were on a ward the whole time. I thought, my initial assumption was, oh, they must have thought that the Orianna and the Rel backed off. They were on a ward. This is the ward. They saw him the whole time.
This Team Liquid decision making in Game 3 is feeling like some solo queue stuff, man. Well, there's a guy with a different colored health bar on my screen. I should probably click him. Like, I don't feel like there's a greater plan here. It's just completely crazy. TL are going to start up the Rift Herald now, see if they can acquire the additional power to maybe regain control over the game through this objective, and DSG is not going to contest for it. Instead, just pushing out mid, pushing out bot. Herald goes over to TL.
The most deadly rel engage is the scene one. As we see DSG continuing to kind of bully Morgan out of this bot side, try to get some damage further onto this tier 1. But yeah, I mean, now DSG are in a really, really good spot. We'll see if TL are able to do anything with this Rift Herald. They still do have this Aphelios who will be a problem. So now it's all about, okay, regroup, chill out, like Jan said, take it slow, you know, in Game 1, and try to protect him, because now you have Kryra at 4-2-2. This Aatrox is going to be massive coming into team fights. Lions has been on point with these rel engages, and Kalmish has a really great ball delivery system from that.
And I think TL are pretty lucky that Morgan is having such a stellar 1v1, right? Because he got counterpicked, and he's up 1.5k, and they are down as a team 1.6k. Like, this would be, even if he was even, they'd be down 3k, right? And if he was losing to the counterpick, which is kind of what your expectation is, they could be completely out of the game. So credit to him. But it is kind of this redemption story that you're talking about for Lions, and we had kind of touched on it, you know, how he had been performing, you know, before the Sentinel series versus kind of in the Sentinel series. You know, stats don't always tell this whole story with Sentinels, or with the Sentinel series and with supports in general, but you know, he definitely was not on form, and it's nice to see him.
I wonder if the game's working yet.
TL dropping the Rift Herald.
It's looking like no compared to what the chat's saying. Can Riot fix their game, please?
Using the Gnar and then the Rift Herald in mid, so that's at least solid for them. And again, we'll see what they want to do with
Let's
their
try
next
again
team
though.
fight, because if they give that Drake up, DSG will be on.
Maybe we get lucky.
All right, DSG, let's see if you can maintain that control. And for TL, I want to see them.
We are working on a fix, they say.
It just felt completely haphazard these previous few fights that they've taken. People jumping in alone, going in after different targets. The timing feels off. A nice quiet distraction while they begin the break down here. TV's coming in. Morgan wants to be a part of this fight. This could be. Just gonna walk away. And if they're able to walk
Well, we can still get into the lobby.
That is a huge win.
Don't know if it'll actually put me in the game.
Jan does hit him there with the Moonlight Vigil, but blast cone over the wall, they're safe.
And the spear would find your back.
Right? Because you saw Morgan waiting in base. It was a matter of not if he was going to TP, but when and what kind of flank they were looking for to try to get this Gnar involved.
Round 4, he says, so it must not be working.
Able to do it. DSG immediately go in, pick up that Drake, and now they're on full point and full control too.
They're looking really, really strong. I mean, I understand why TL thought, hey, maybe we can actually look for this because Morgan just got completed for Jan. But their mid lane is kind of out of the game as well, which is really, really difficult. You already have the 2 completed items, Shadow Flame as well as the Ludens on one side here. And then you look over at the other and you have the Oblivion Orb, like some little pieces at the end, but basically it's just Nashers and some trash, right? Like, it's Quid is having a rough one in this game.
And meanwhile, across the aisle, Calmy is not playing vegetarian Orianna. This dude is out here just eating burger after burger. Shadow Flame plus Luden's Echo, those shockwaves are just going to eradicate whoever they hit.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
Yodo makes it happen, but what can they get afterwards?
It would be risky to start up the Baron here. I mean, it's only 22 minutes into the game, but TL, I think at the very least want to bait it. They want to try to clear out vision. They haven't actually swept out that one ward in the pit, though, so DSG well aware of what's going on. And remember, Baron, that big debuff could mean problems if Calmy can get it behind them. He's behind.
Okay, Call Me looking for it, has to flash away to try to escape. Morgan now going to be your target. DSG trying to go after the Gnar. Kryra stuck in the middle of everybody. The burst is plenty enough, and DSG lose their jungler. Now they've got to scatter. Morgan's still alive. Nice engage coming out from Lions, but there is no follow-up. DSG's trying to kill off Yawn, but they don't have the damage to do it. Castle goes back in, but he falls. Jose Diodo gets the kill on the Jax, and now DSG have got to be careful.
Yeah, I mean, it just felt like Call Me got a little bit too clever there, you know, trying to come in from the other angle. He lost the flash early, and then he couldn't really connect with the rest of the team. And even though there's this great re-engage from Lions, it just didn't really amount to anything.
Yeah, I mean, they couldn't really follow up with a lot of damage, as we see this again, where Call Me is separated from the fight. Kryra goes in. Morgan is actually able to get a really nice stun against the wall to take out
All right.
there.
Let's see if we get lucky.
So obviously he's super strong. We talk about that. He has the rank 2 shockwave. They go for the re-engage. He gets the ball in on Lions. It only connects on the Gnar. So not able to really hit much of anything there.
We're cooked.
I just feel like if he was on the same side of the fight with the Rel, it's a completely different game, right? You're very likely to be able to get a multi-man shockwave. And unfortunately for him, couldn't find it.
All right, TL back in the lead now, plus 2,000 gold. Morgan chasing after Lions. Team Liquid invading the enemy jungle, seeing if they can set up any picks, just like they've done in the previous 2 games. Less than 2 minutes on the clock until that dragon
We are cooked.
spawn for disguise. That one is going to be absolutely massive for TL to contest. But TL's
Time to fold crane number 87.
Baron right now, still 90 seconds until that Drake spawns. ESG is in the neighborhood, looking to see if they can take the fight. Infernal Chains onto Morgan, but he walks out of the side. DSG still on the approach. You see Castle looking for the flank as Quid has to dash away from Sajed. Turret destroyed in the meantime over there in the mid lane. And we're just chilling. Okay, no fight.
Yeah, no fight. Jose now has opened up a really big gold lead for himself, and even off that early fight, Kryra got a lot of kills, completed the second item, but Jose has been stalwart throughout this game, has been great really the whole way through, and now completes the GA, so he is super, super strong. Quid is just going for a defensive build. He's just going to go for the Seekers because I think he realizes the game's not about him at all at this point, which is going to make it more difficult for Call Me. You know, you can react to that shockwave, throw down the stasis. It's just about can TL keep Yawn safe and keep him hitting, because I think if they can, they're going to be set up for success.
Yeah, and that's where I'm also still going to be looking at Jose, especially with this GA locked in for him on the next fight. And they did pull that TP off of the Jax, right? So it's going to take him much longer time to walk up to this as they return to the Baron.
Yep, Yawn's got the Chakrams here too. Look at how many of them he has stacked up. DSG still trying to approach, but the Baron is already gone. Team Liquid claim the objective. Yawn still looking for an opportunity to put those Chakrams to good work. DSG's not going to give it to him, but now DSG can make a beeline straight for the Drake pit.
Yeah, they can go for the Dragon, and this could be Soul, so that's actually not a good trade for TL if they do end up losing this, and it looks like they are likely to. Yawn is just going to go topside, so they get the Baron. As long as DSG can actually hold out through this Baron buff, they're going to be really happy. And again, it was just a weird fight because Call Me is not with the team. He's trying to come around on these flanks. He ends up actually TPing just into the Baron pit, but the fight was already over. They do, though, get the Soul at the end of the day, and it's going to be this injection of gold for TL. But for this to be worth it, they have got to get so much gold. I know, talking to Freak, he estimated the value, the gold value of Souls around 6,000 plus gold. So that is a lot, right? There is stats on the Baron. There is a little bit of a gold injection on the Baron, but like, I don't think they should be able to end the game with the Baron by any means. And now you have Infernal Soul on this super fed Orianna. If that Shockwave combo hits, you could be cooked.
Yeah, that one's going to hurt. Seeker's Arm Guard, we already mentioned it being available for the Azir, but the Orianna also having that defensive tool. So Call Me can hopefully feel safer, positioning and posturing aggressively so that he can find high value on these shockwaves, combo them there with Lions so they can get that huge wombo combo that really will make their team fight sing.
Yeah, and now the question is going to be, okay, how well can TL kind of set the map in their favor with this Baron buff, right? Try to push out side waves. We've seen the Gnar in that bot lane kind of constantly pushing up that wave. Lions is going to get spotted out here.
Yeah, Lions looking for Quid, who immediately just shuffles him back over the wall. The Azir still doing a solid amount of damage. TL going to group back up here. Pantheon ulti diving way into the back lines here, trying to finish off Lions and Kryra. Lions in some serious danger, does have to use the crash down defensively. Team Liquid putting the pedal to the metal here with their Baron. They've still got 60 seconds left on this, and they're using it to go down mid.
And initially, I thought Jose was going to go in way too deep, but the follow-up from Morgan was really good. Hit the Narbar at the exact right time, kind of makes DSG have to scatter so they can brute force this mid-tier 2. Hopefully link up now with Quid, who's been pushing up this bot wave, and try to make a play on this bot side tier 2.
Yeah, they want to at least get this bot side tier 2. There's 37 seconds left on that Baron buff. Quid could get caught by Shockwave.
Nice Shockwave there, but can Quid escape? DSG trying to chase after the enemy mid laner. They hit the Darkened Blade. He uses the Seeker's arm guard, but he will not escape. Calmy gets the kill, and Disguise get the pick.
Nicely done. Disguise getting another pick there. So it is just the 3.4k gold lead at the end of the day with that Baron buff. They're not going to get anything more, but again, you know, around 6,000-ish gold of stats, you know, with that soul, that is essentially what that is valued at. Of course, it is different for every team comp. It depends on how easily you can apply, you know, this soul buff, how easily you can apply the damage. But it is going to be quite powerful. And, you know, DSG are not in a bad spot. So TL didn't really get enough with that Baron for it to be worthwhile.
Yeah, they weren't able to get kind of that tier 2 bot that they were prepping for. They did knock down the tier 2 in mid, but you know, all inhib turrets and 2 tier 2s actually are still standing. They pretty much just only added that mid tier 2 because they'd already had the outer ringer of turrets down for a while.
I will say though, Castle has had basically zero effect on this entire game. Like he is scaling, you know, he is getting levels, but he's not seeming to really get a lot of gold, hasn't been able to catch up at all. He's down almost 3k individually. Like that is basically the entire lead is just Morgan. So, you know, if DSG can fight where Morgan and Castle are in a side lane, that is a great fight for you. So to me, your job becomes when you're getting slammed in a side lane like this, you just try to draw that guy to you and you're just running at towers, trying to force them to respond, because if I'm not there and you're not there, it's way better for my team when I'm behind.
Right, the 4v4 for Disguised is very, very scary looking. Quid still very far behind the pace of the game himself here on the Azir, but Morgan with the 3 fully completed items on the Gnar is absolutely massive. Base checks into the brush here. Does take a quick burst of damage, but he's just about got the Narbar charged, so he continues just running straight at them, and DSG back away as Castle makes his way back out onto the map. He's on the flank here with a blast cone, but he does need to be a little bit mindful. Jose hits him with a very small amount of poke. The Sun Disc will be destroyed here in the mid lane. TL have lost Morgan's Mega Gnar for now. DSG might look for their opportunity to go in, but it's a ton of burst on the Calmy. He's already dead! Quid takes the kill, and DSG have to try to fight without their mid laner. So Jed forced off to the side of the fight at the same time, as now Kryra is down.
Damn. That is not good for DSG.
TL were constantly trying to look for these angles onto Calmy.
I thought they would win the team fight having the Dragon Soul, but they just got cooked.
Morgan specifically, always looking for these flanks, and yeah, now they might be pushing for the end.
Yeah, the death timers are long. It's 20 seconds until anybody else is back up. It's only Sajed to try to defend this. The Lucian, who had
yeah, they might be
struggle
cooked.
early game, will not be able to hold the line. Team Liquid, it was a messy game number 3, but they make their way onto the Nexus turrets.
They made it happen somehow.
Disguised, and they will move forward, continuing their march towards first stand.
A little blip on the radar on game 3.
Alright, we're gonna try one more time, and if it doesn't work, then I'm gonna end the stream and take a fucking nap. But we're gonna try one more time. Maybe we get lucky. Probably not, but you never know. Let's check the Instagram while we're at it. I already have 50 likes. Hey yo, I already got 50 likes. That's already better. Hold up. 50 likes already is crazy. Is it gonna work this time? Pantheon's already banned. Ban LeBlanc.
I have more important matters to attend to.
It'd be nice if I can get one game in here.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
Let's check the TikTok. Well, actually, let's look on Reddit.
I have more important matters to attend to.
Boom.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
It kind of cropped it strangely on my TikTok. It's like the wrong aspect ratio. That was pretty disgusting. Now can I get into the game, please? Pretty please, let me play the game just once for the day. Just one game is all I'm looking for. God fucking damn it. I guess not. Just doesn't want me to play today. It is what it is. Alright, I'm gonna turn the stream off because I can't play the game, so peace out.